Good morning. So it is a week after show day. It's a Saturday. I'm gonna show you my breakfast, and you might be surprised, but you also might not be because it's the same thing. Shock. 40 grams of oats, 1 scoop of protein powder, 130 grams of blueberries, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, coffee, 1 stevia packet, and 60 milliliters of milk. So this is gonna be 1 week post show update. So we did it. We've freaking nationally qualified. I've nationally qualified twice before, but that was back in 2019, and it only lasts a year. 2020 happened and COVID took over. So then I just stopped competing. It's really fun seeing your body transform and seeing the progress you've made, even though sometimes it doesn't look like you've made much progress. When you compare side by side the photos you have. So the sport is this is what I love. It's all about self-development. It's all about progressing. It's all about becoming the best version of yourself. It brings a different type of level of challenge, determination, motivation into your life that you don't really get if you aren't in a competitive sport. That's what I really, really like about this, because in a day-to-day life, like, yeah, you're doing these challenges, but it's not so competitive. And I didn't even know I was competitive. That's really fun, just figuring out how competitive you are, and just a whole different side of you comes out. So what is next for me as an athlete? So right now I'm on improvement season. So basically what that means is I'm reverse dieting back to my maintenance levels of calories, and after that I will be taking a slow mini bulk. I have had a couple cheat meals because, it was my birthday and a lot of people wanted to take me out. Thank you, everyone. We have a lot of work to do for improvement season. I know it looked hard while I was going through prep, but the real work is made in the off season. It's how much you've grown, how much you've improved, what parts of your body have filled up, which ones look more tight, defined. This all happens basically in the off season. To do that, you have to eat more food. So you have to go on a bulk, you have to grow. A lot of people just don't want to get out of that lean physique. They are super scared, of fat gain, all the work they put in. And now they have to regain some weight, right? But you have to think about it this way. Like, you know how to lose body fat. You already know how to get to that level. You've done it before. You could do it again, but this time better. This time you're going to have more size when you come out of that. So your body's going to look just banging. Like, it's going to look way better because you've already taken that time to improve. I felt really good this prep. I felt really balanced. Everything was working perfectly. I had a little bit of brain fog at the end, but that's normal. Like, during this prep, I did lose my period. I think I'm like 20 days late. So that does happen, and that did happen my last 2019 prep when I got super, super lean. I didn't have it for like a month or so, but it did come back and it was normal again. So coming out of competition prep, it's a lot. A lot of people do not do this part right. That used to be me. I've learned a couple of things that are going to help new competitors coming out of the competition prep and doing a reverse diet, and the tips and tricks I've learned to not start binge eating right after the show, because that does happen. It happens really often, and all your hard work that you've done, it kind of goes away in like a month, yeah. These are the top tips I have learned to not do that. Number 1, do not buy after the show treats like a maniac. You want to buy everything that you haven't had in a couple months, right? Don't do it. This is the worst time to do it. You're just gonna eat it all. If you have to, just buy 1 or 2 snacks or treats that you've been craving. That's it. Do not get a whole goodie bag. If someone does give you those things, you're gonna become the best sharer in the world. Bring these snacks to family functions, bring them to parties, put them out on tables, sneak them into your little niece's backpack. Just give them away. Sharing is caring for your body. Number 2, Don't drastically change your daily eating routine. You're gonna have more calories, but don't go crazy and start having burgers for breakfast. You guys saw me eat my oatmeal and coffee probably every single day of the prep. And I'm still eating it now because that's something I enjoy. It's something my body's used to and it keeps me full. You have to have a plan in place so you won't go way past your calories. You should be prioritizing protein intake. Protein's how you're going to build muscle. It's also what's going to keep you fuller for a lot longer. What I would recommend is having 3 meals planned out: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Meal planum, like you have been for the past couple months. Keep that routine. You have to have those solid foundational meals. It'll be a little bit more planned out, more structured, which is what we need. So I think we're on number 4. Do not stop going to the gym. Do not stop training. Training is so important. If you're going to be eating more food, keep up with your training as well. I used to do this thing. I would buy a bunch of snacks for after the show, and then I would stop going to the gym, and I would eat all the snackies by myself. So what do you think was going to happen? Okay, so tip number 4 is going to be to remember to drink at least a gallon a day of water. Yeah, of water. Or a little bit less. It doesn't really have to be a gallon, but stay hydrated. It'll keep you fuller. Put a little hydration pack, liquid IV in your water so you could be sipping on something. I've also been loving teas at night, and that's been helping my cravings because I have a really big sweet tooth, and at night, that's usually when things start creeping in. So if you have any teas at night, put a little 1 packet of stevia. I'll show you the teas I have right now. They're nothing special, but they're just the ones I've been liking. I'm a tea drinker now since I have like a whole thing of teas here. Yeah, let me show you what my favorites are right now. Okay, so I never ever cared for teas because I'm a coffee girl and I love coffee and I will not trade it for anything in the world. But teas have been coming in handy because they're 0 calories, they're not caffeinated, and there's a bunch of different flavors you could try. So for nighttime, I will be either having this one, Calming and Anxiety Herbal Tea Blend, chamomile, jasmine, lavender, lemon balm, hibiscus flower. I've been gravitating towards chamomile teas because they just bring some peace into my life. Wild raspberry hibiscus, peppermint, hibiscus rose. And actually, this one's really cool because you don't like this. The little baggies it comes in, it's like a really nice bag. Anyway, I didn't know teas were this fancy. I don't know if other people knew this stuff. The daytime basic green tea. And I do put stevia packets because it's just gonna taste way better. This organic chai tea. This one, energy blend. This one has peppermint, yerba mate, dragon, well green, cinnamon, and orange peel. Enough with the teas. I don't know how this turned into a tea show and tell. I wasn't expecting this, but teas are really important. Definitely get yourself some teas. It'll curb cravings like crazy. Okay, another tip that I have learned the hard way is to not be bored at home by yourself. Get out the house, go train, go out, stop thinking about food. So the last tip of this reverse dieting hacks is that if you do mess up, do not punish yourself by going to do hours of cardio or cutting back on your calories the next day, trying to catch up or something, because that's just going to build a really bad relationship with food, with training, with dieting. And we don't want to build a bad relationship. We just want to keep on working towards our goals. Don't make it a punishment if you do mess up. Just say, okay, like, let's move on. I'm going to do better next time. It's so easy to build a bad relationship with food. Start seeing it as, the enemy, or start seeing it as punishment or a reward. You really just have to work on that the most because food is fuel. So what that means is you're gonna have more fuel to train harder at the gym now that you are getting more calories. So this is really a good thing. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun workout. You're gonna get better pumps. You're gonna be stronger. It's not gonna be, you should not be scared to have more food. Think about this as you are going to improve your physique, your goals because of the food that you're getting. So it's a work in progress, and it's not like I'm perfect. I do mess up as well, but like I said, I've had to shift my mind to making food my friend and using it as fuel instead of being scared to eat more. I'm not a professional. I don't know everything, but this is just my experience and what I've learned through the sport and throughout the years. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Find value in these videos, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks.